At the start of the episode, Muzan goes to meet Yubayashiki, and Muzan appears quite angry. Yubayashiki says to Muzan, "Finally, you have come, and you are standing right in front of me. The demon that my family and the Demon Slayer Corps have been fighting for thousands of years." He asks Amane about Muzan's appearance, and Amane explains that Muzan looks like a man in his mid to late 20s. His eyes are a deep plum color, and his pupils resemble those of a cat. Yubayashiki says, "I know why you are here. You are very angry with the Yubayashiki family, and you have come here personally to kill me." Muzan responds, "I am quite disappointed to see you in such a poor condition as the head of the family that has been interfering with me for thousands of years. How disgraceful this is, and you are about to die soon." Yubayashiki sits up and blood is coming from his mouth. He says, "6 months ago, the doctor said I would die in a few days, but look, I am still alive in front of you. Perhaps my desire to defeat you has kept me alive." Muzan says, "But your dream ends here, and I am going to kill you." Yubayashiki responds, "Do you know that we share the same bloodline? But you were born 1,000 years ago, so you are not closely related." Muzan says that hearing this did not make him feel anything and asks what Yubayashiki wants to say. Yubayashiki continues, "Because our family gave birth to a monster like you, our family has been cursed. Every child in our family is born weak and dies at a young age. When our family was about to end, a priest advised us that your bloodline has given birth to a demon, and that we must defeat that demon in order to save our family. For generations, we have been taking wives from the priests, and our children have started to live longer, but still, no one in our family has lived beyond 30 years. Muzan says, "Your nonsense has reached its peak. Listening to it makes me want to vomit. Has your illness invaded your mind as well? There is no connection between these events. I have never seen any divine retribution. I have killed hundreds, even thousands of people, and I have never been punished. In these thousands of years, I have never seen any god or Buddha." "Oh, so you think like this, but my way of thinking is a bit different." Yubayashiki asks Muzan, "What is your dream? What dream have you seen for thousands of years?" Muzan thinks, the head of the Demon Slayer Corps, whom I have been searching for so many years, is standing in front of me today. But why do I not feel hatred when I see him? After that, Muzan sees Yubayashiki's daughter playing and singing a song. Muzan says that listening to her, he feels a lot of nostalgia and relief. He feels how pathetic this is. Only 4 people live in this mansion: Yubayashiki, his wife, and his 2 children, and there are no guards here. Then Yubayashiki says, "Perhaps that dream is the aura of eternity or immortal." Muzan says, "You are right, and it will come true soon when I finish off Nezuko." Yubayashiki says, "That will never happen." Muzan says, "You seem confident. Do you think I will never find Nezuko? I have plenty of time to find her, but your time is running out." Yubayashiki says, "You are mistaken. You do not understand the true meaning of eternity. It is the feelings of humans that are the real eternity, and these feelings remain eternal and immortal." Muzan says, "Your nonsense is making me sick." Yubayashiki says, "In these thousands of years, the Demon Slayer Corps has never disappeared. I have lost many children, but my children have never been exhausted. This single fact proves that human feelings are immortal, which you consider worthless. The feeling of not forgiving those who have unjustly taken the lives of our loved ones is eternal. No one has ever forgiven you, even though you have lived for thousands of years. You have stepped on the lion's tail, and countless times you have awakened the dragon's wrath, and you have awakened that which should have remained dormant." Yubayashiki then thinks of all the Hashira, Nezuko, and Tanjiro, and he represents them as the dragon's wrath. He says, "They are all watching you, and their determination will not let you go anywhere. Even after my death, nothing will happen to the Demon Slayer Corps. I am not that important. You will never understand the bond and feelings among humans, because you are all demons. If you die, all your demons will die too." Hearing this, Muzan becomes angry and tells Yubayashiki to shut up. Yubayashiki says, "I have been wanting to say all this to you for a long time. But there is one last thing I want to say. Although I am not important, my death will not be in vain." I am fortunate to have received so much respect from the Demon Slayer Corps, especially from all the Hashira. My death will ignite the fire of revenge within them even more. Muzan moves to kill Yubayashiki, saying, "Are you done talking?" Yubayashiki says, "Yes, but I didn't expect you to listen to me for this long," and he thanks Muzan. The crows warn all the Hashira that there has been an attack on Yubayashiki's mansion. All the Hashira and Tanjiro rush towards the mansion to save their master. Then we see a flashback where Sanemi says that there should be 2 Hashira for the master's protection. Guillaume says that it is of no use. He became a Hashira at 19 and has been requesting the master for the last 8 years for this, but the master doesn't agree and says that Hashira are too valuable to use for personal protection. Shinobu also says that she heard that today there were no guards at the Yubayashiki family mansion. Then the scene shifts back to the present, where everyone is rushing towards the mansion. Muzan is about to kill Yubayashiki when suddenly the mansion explodes, and fire is seen all around. Seeing the fire in the mansion, everyone becomes very sad. Muzan's body is thrown out by the explosion, and he lands with severe damage to his body. Muzan was regenerating his body and thinking about Yubayashiki. He thought about how, even at the time of his death, Yubayashiki had a Buddha-like smile on his face, despite the fact that he was about to blow himself and his family up. Muzan realized that his mistake was in considering Yubayashiki to be an ordinary human. He had anticipated a trap but hadn't thought it would be this elaborate. Due to the explosion, thorns had entered his body, which now hindered his regeneration. This meant that someone was coming, and this was likely Yubayashiki's second plan. He could sense that someone was approaching, probably the Hashira. That person used himself as bait. The hatred and anger he had towards me had been festering like a snake's venom for years. It's astonishing to have such intentions at such a young age. I wonder if his wife and children knew about this. Never mind, I shouldn't dwell on this. I need to regenerate. Just then, Muzan noticed some flesh seeds near him. Seeing them, Muzan understood that this was a demon blood art. The seeds sprouted numerous thorns that penetrated Muzan's body and expanded inside him. Muzan realized he was trapped and wondered whose demon art this could be. He said, "It's difficult to remove these branches, but it's not too bad. I can absorb them." Suddenly, someone thrust their hand inside Muzan's stomach. It was Tamayo. Muzan exclaimed, "What are you doing here?" Tamayo replied, "This blood demon art of thorns belongs to the demon you created in Asakusa." Muzan realized, she used a demon art of concealment to get close to me. What is her goal? What is she trying to do here? Tamayo replied, "Oh, so you have absorbed my fist. Do you know what was in my fist? It contained a medicine that turns demons back into humans. How does it feel? Is the medicine working?" Muzan said, "There is no such medicine." Tamayo replied, "The situation has changed, and I didn't do this alone." Muzan said, "You have always hated me without reason. You were the one who killed your husband and children. I didn't do anything. It was you who ate your children and your husband." Tamayo interrupted, saying, "If I had known I would do such a thing after becoming a demon, I would never have become one. I just didn't want to die from my illness. I wanted to see my children grow up." Muzan retorted, "After killing so many humans, you remember all this now? At that time, you were enjoying killing them." Tamayo said, "Yes, I enjoyed it, but I did it in haste. Now, I just want to atone for my sins by dying with you." Tamayo then instructed Guillaume to attack. Guillaume, full of rage, attacked Muzan, smashing his head. We see a flashback where Guillaume said, "When I met the master, I was 18 years old and he was 14. It was hard to believe that he was 4 years younger than me after hearing his thoughts." The master said to Guillaume, "I heard you killed a demon to save children. You are not a murderer." Guillaume started crying and said, "This is what I always wanted to hear." Then Yubayashiki said, "In 5 days, Muzan will come here. Use me as bait and bring me Muzan's head." Guillaume asked, "Why do you think he will come?" Yubayashiki replied, "It's just my guess." Guillaume said, "This is the specialty of the Yubayashiki family. They can predict the future, which is a gift from God, allowing them to foresee and warn about upcoming disasters." Yubayashiki said, "I know the other children won't agree to use me as bait, but I trust you." Guillaume said, "As you wish, master," and started crying. Guillaume thought, the master predicted correctly. Muzan is in front of me. Muzan then regenerated his head. Guillaume remembered what Yubayashiki had said, if decapitating Muzan doesn't kill him, only sunlight can. You must hold on until morning. Guillaume said, his regeneration is very fast. I can feel that he is many times more powerful than any demon I have faced so far. It's surprising that even after the master's blast and the damage inflicted by this collaborator, Tamayo, he still has so much strength. Guillaume was about to attack Muzan again when Muzan used his demon art, Black Blood Brambles. Guillaume used his stone breathing, third form, stone skin to defend against all the attacks. After that, Sanemi arrived at the mansion and saw the burning mansion. Seeing Muzan, he said, "So, you are the one who did this to the master." Sanemi didn't know at that time that the demon was Muzan. Then all the Hashira arrived, and everyone was shocked by the scene. Tanjiro recognized that it was Muzan. Guillaume then shouted, "This is the man, Muzan. Cutting off his head won't kill him." Tanjiro became enraged. Then, Muchiro attacked with the fourth form of mist breathing. Shinobu used butterfly dance from her insect breathing. Iguro employed the first form of his serpent breathing. Mitsuri used the fifth form of her love breathing. Giyu utilized the third form of his water breathing. Sanemi used the seventh form of his wind breathing, and Tanjiro used sunflower thrust from his Hinokami Kagura. They all charged at Muzan. Seeing everyone attacking, Muzan laughed and sent them one by one to the Infinity Castle. Any nearby demon slayers were also sent into the castle. We see Kanao and Genya falling as well. Inosuke appeared quite happy, and Zenitsu seemed very calm and composed. Tanjiro ended up right in front of Muzan. Muzan said, "What did you think? That you all have cornered me? You will all now go to hell, and today, I will slaughter every last one of you. I won't leave a single one alive." Tanjiro then fell down and declared, "It will be you who goes to hell, and this time I won't let you escape." Muzan replied, "If you have the guts, then try it, Kamado Tanjiro." After that, some more debris fell on Tanjiro, and Muzan was no longer visible to him. And that's where the final episode of the season ends.